What consistently leaves you disappointed, but you just keep trying? Thinking my job will get better. Edit. Thanks everyone for my first ever awards. I never expected this reaction. Happy to announce I have a job interview next week, so here's hoping. I left a job after 15 years. They were never going to improve and I was a fool, too afraid of change or too complacent in the convenience to take the risk. This only benefits them. They were underpaying me by at least $5 HR and taking advantage of my good nature and apprehension to leaving. It honestly made my anxiety so much worse in ways I hadn't realized until I left. What I'm saying is, find a way out. I've been with my current employer for about 15 years, and I have a third and final interview with a different company today after my shift. The pay and benefits will be better, and I would have so much less stress and pressure on me all the time. When I read your comment, it felt like I wrote it. Wish me luck. I'm hoping to resign tomorrow. Edit. Thanks so much to all the well-wishers and shows of support, but it's no longer necessary. I just got out of the interview, and I got the job. I love you all. I wish you all the best of luck in your careers as well. Best of luck. It took me 6 years and about 36 interviews to get away. I had so many hopeful prospects get to a third interview only to have them tell me I didn't get the position, a rarity that I wasn't completely ghosted, but I appreciated that. Therese, only 2 I'm truly annoyed with. One would have been an excellent creative outlet, which is something I deeply desire, while the other was ridiculously high pay, so much so that I could have easily dealt with the work despite it being very similar to the job I left. Trying to keep in contact with my one-sided friendships. Trying to enjoy my free time like I used to. Growing indoor plants. Dating. I joked with my friends that I had to stop dating while I'm trying to get a new job because Therese, only so much disappointment I can take. It's true though, rejection gives people physical pain. I was job searching for over a year in my field and went through countless rejections after seemingly positive interviews. It was very depressing to the point where I didn't even have an ounce of motivation to get out of bed. Yeah. Rejection sucks. Going through the same thing. ATM. Did you end up finding a job? Yep. First job was tough. Pay wasn't good and there were no benefits. Responsibilities were above my pay grade. But I was desperate enough to accept anything that popped up at that point. It was a great stepping stone though, and was able to get a better paying job. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't forget Sunday night when you start stressing about going to work on Monday. Ever have this dread on a Saturday because you're reaching the weekend halfway mark? I've gotten ahead of myself and had this dread on a Friday. I dread pretty much every future event and obligation, so I am in a constant state of anxiety. Any competitive multiplayer video game with teammates. Ordering fries from home. They always arrive cold. Get an air fryer, they reheat fries back to perfection. This works for pizzas and sandwiches too. Edit. It figures my most upvoted comment so far is about food. I'm an air fryer advocate for life. I reheated some egg rolls and crab rangoon that way last weekend. Worked a treat. My 24-year-old daughter. I love her with all my heart and soul, but her addiction is disappointing. She lies constantly. She doesn't see my grandson misses her. I am constantly trying to get her to go to rehab. I tell her how important she is. I only speak to her in kind, loving words. She makes promises then disappears for weeks, sometimes up to a month, only to contact me again and restart the process of lies and false promises. I do not give her money. She doesn't stay at my house, she lives on the streets and couch hops at her friends' houses, so I don't have much contact with her. She knows I don't approve of her lifestyle, but I also make sure she knows I love her. My younger daughter was murdered a few years ago. It devastated my family. On the 3-year anniversary of my younger daughter's death, my older daughter fell into addiction. Making non-awkward conversation with strangers. Props for actually trying. It's easy for me to speak, but funny enough, it's my body language and eye contact that I can't seem to do better at. It's like I'm looking at myself out of body and thinking I look like a dumbass. It's hard to break out of the habit of internalizing yourself too much. My job as a teacher. Life. Edit. Thanks for the concern, but am not suicidal. Just really tired. Just really tired. Amen. COVID shut down the world and upped my workload at the same time. I've been tired every day for 2 years now. I'm too young to feel this bad. Can't wait to see the psychological studies about the long-term effects of the last couple years. Depression is already at a pretty high level. I can't imagine things are going to improve without significant mental health investment. I've been depressed for years before COVID hit. Let's just say that the pandemic may very well have set me back a bit, but overall the years of therapy really helped preventing a worse outcome for me. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Found it. I knew it'd be here. Even though it's not a hockey-related sub, I knew it. Relationships. Getting sober at it. Wow, thank you all for the support. It's very touching, all the kind words. I'm gonna keep trying, and again, thank you for all the words of inspiration. God bless you all. Tinder. Trusting other people. Yes, I've been let down more times than an inflatable castle. Yup, people are just full of hot air. Like inflatable castles. Interviewing for a good paying job. Trying to make friends. I understand I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but it hurts being the outcast sometimes. I keep being friendly though. I feel you. I once had a therapist ask, how do you define a friend? I thought about it for a while and said, I guess someone who is willing to meet me for a coffee when I need someone to talk to. My closest friend moved during quarantine. The other friends I have guessed they are just acquaintances. I was so depressed and isolated and just wanted to get out of the house about 6 months ago. I asked so many friends out for coffee or lunch and there was always an excuse, or they said sure and then cancelled. I know they didn't understand how much I needed a friend right then, but is a cup of coffee really such a hard commitment? Makes me feel like there is something wrong with me that I can't make friends. Maybe I just annoy everyone and I don't know why. But I keep going. I guess sometimes that's the best we can do. Holy smokes, you took the words from my own mouth. I know the feeling, I know the feeling. Especially the last bit, it speaks volumes. I know we're strangers, but I'm presently in the same boat. Let's keep trucking together. One day we'll find some special friends. Making friends and being around family. I'm your new mom now. Dinner is at 6, and we can talk about your day. Sayo, just when my traffic starts to grow, Google changes some shit and I go back 30%. I don't do any black hat shit, but it's hard for a one-person blog to compete with big businesses. But I still keep trying. YouTube also has odd behavior. I shot up to 100 subscribers quickly, but since then it's been an absolute crawl and my sub growth feels like it's hit a hard wall. I always try to improve my work, but at the same time, it sometimes feels like luck and waiting. Trying to lose weight. Fuyu, I felt the same way and worked with a therapist about body image and disordered eating. I genuinely feel pretty good most of the time. It's unbelievably freeing to get over the mindset that every day is either a cheat day or a diet day. Didn't mean for this to be preachy. Hoping you find peace with yourself. Smoked turkey drumsticks. My friend loves them. Every time we go somewhere she's like, do they have turkey legs? We were at Hong Kong Disney and she comes strolling up with one. I don't know how she finds them, lol. She follows her nose. Twizzlers. They look and smell like they might be tasty, but they always just taste like vaguely cherry flavored wax. I actually kinda like them for this exact reason, lol. No idea why. Like I'm fully aware they are bland cherry wax sticks. But they hold a special place in my heart. Same. I love that chewy is this food. I don't think this is really food plasticity texture. Auditioning for film theater. Huge reason why I quit acting. Couldn't stand the constant hope and disappointment, even over the smallest, dumbest roles. Eventually I realized nobody is casting my type at all anymore. So I pivoted to working tech and I've made a career of it. Working a trade in the arts can be far more rewarding, or at least makes for a better paycheck.